This is the assignment, and this is Miss T talking T. And the lesson for today is work, pay bills, then you die. That's the cycle, right? The so-called American dream most of us never asked to sign up for. We didn't choose the game. We were drafted the moment they put us in a classroom. Told us to sit down, be quiet, raise our hands, and walk in a straight line like little soldiers. That wasn't just school. That was training. Training for the rat race. From kindergarten on down, we were taught how to follow rules, not question them, how to show up on time, how to ask for permission just to use the bathroom, how to accept that someone else is always in charge. They told us to be good and to do well in school, and return, we get some golden ticket to a better life. But what they really did was break our wildness, polish our obedience, and send us marching straight into a world where that same pattern repeats. Clock in, clock out, collect a check, give it right back to the bills, and start all over again on Monday. Let's be real. School was never about true freedom or creativity. You weren't taught how to build wealth, how to own something, or how to break the system. You were taught how to work for the system. And if you acted out, you went straight to detention, suspension, punishment, or an expulsion. But if you were quiet and followed the script, honor roll, perfect attendance awards, stickers and smiley faces and stars and little crumbs of validation to keep you hooked on approval. Now let's fast forward. That perfect attendance turned into showing up at a job you hate every day, even when your soul is screaming for more. That raise your hand mentality turning into asking your boss for permission to leave, whether it's time off for your kid, a sick day, or a vacation you can barely afford. We were conditioned to trade time for money, and then to trade that money for survival, for rent, lights, gas, groceries, insurance, taxes. Repeat like hamsters in a wheel, running fast but never getting nowhere. And here's the cold truth. Most people don't even question it, because the system doesn't just control your paycheck. It controls your mindset. It makes you believe that what this is normal. Like working yourself to death is honorable. Like being exhausted is a badge of pride. No, this is just programming. Generational programming. And the crazy part is we clap for it. We post, I'm tired but I gotta get this bag, like it's a flex. Meanwhile, life is slipping through our fingers while we sit in traffic and count down to Friday like prisoners waiting on parole. Work, pay bills, then you die. That's not living. That's survival on autopilot. And the system likes it that way. Obedient, exhausted, and too tired to dream. But the real rebellion? Waking up, questioning, unlearning, building something of your own. Because the truth is, they trained us to be workers, but we were born to be free. And that's the thing nobody tells you while you're in the grind. Freedom doesn't come with a clock or a paycheck. It comes with choices, hard, uncomfortable choices that most people are too scared to make because they've been conditioned to fear failure more than boredom. Fear losing stability, fear being judged, fear stepping outside the invisible cage school and society built around us. You see, the system wants you comfortable enough to show up, quiet enough to obey, and busy enough to forget your own damn dreams. So when you start thinking about doing something different, starting your own business, traveling, creating, or speaking your truth, they hit you with doubt. You can't. You don't have time. You need security. Security? You mean survival? Because security is just another word for obedience with a paycheck. I say what I said. And let's not sugarcoat it. It's lonely out here when you wake up. Your friends are glued to the cycle, celebrating the very thing that changed them. Just get your 9 to 5, they say. Pay your bills, take a vacation once a year, and meanwhile your spirit's like, bro, there's more than this. It's more to this, sis. Because here's the raw and uncut truth. The rat race doesn't care about none of us. It doesn't care about your passions, your potential, or your health, or your happiness. They don't give a damn. It only cares that you stay in line, stay in check. That's why so many people die tired and burnt out, broken, never realizing that life isn't a scorecard of obedience or perfect attendance. Life is messy, wild, and waiting for the ones who dare to step off that hamster wheel and claim it. So what do you do now? You start small. You question everything. You stop letting them decide what's important for you. And you invest in yourself, your mind, your skills, and your freedom. You learn that bills are not life. They're just numbers. And that work doesn't have to mean shackles. You can create, you can hustle, and you can thrive and still live. It's not easy. It's scary as hell. But guess what? The fear is a sign you're finally awake. And when you wake up, when you break the conditioning, you start living instead of just surviving. You start designing a life where work fuels your vision, not drains it. Where money serves you instead of controlling you. Where the cycle stops at you, not at some invisible finish line you never agreed to. Because here's the bottom line, my brother and my sister. You might have been trained to obey, but you were born to live. And no system, no school, no boss, no rat race can take that away from you unless you let it work, pay bills, then you die. Only if you stay asleep. But if you wake up, if you fight, if you remember who you really are, suddenly the game changes. Suddenly you're not a worker. You're alive. You're free. You're unstoppable. With that being said, this is the assignment. And this is Miss T Talking Tea. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the videos. Bye.